I saw the CEO of Palantir. It was on X, and it's a video of him interviewing these kids. And the quote at the top of the video is, "The best degree is a Palantir degree." Literally, that's what I saw today. And that is the future. They're just going to cut the colleges out completely. They're going to die off. That's what's going to happen. The few that remain will be forced to go back to what they were originally supposed to be, which is institutions where people go to actually learn and think more deeply about things, because they are no longer that. Actually, the death of the colleges is the only thing that can save the colleges. And it's the only thing that can put them back to their pure form and actually put them back to the ethics that governed them at the beginning and make them an actual force for good, an actual force for real education in the world. And so I'm hoping that more of these colleges just collapse, and the only ones that survive are the ones that are doing a good job.
And so moving on, I realize that getting into college and graduating isn't easy, and neither is paying for the privilege. Where K to 12 education is lacking, it can and must be improved. Student loans and financial aid must be accessible and generous, and colleges and universities themselves are far from perfect at their job. One sign: more students than not require more than 4 years to earn a 4-year degree.
Student loans and financial aid must be accessible and generous. Student loans are given to anyone with a pulse. So there's that. Not only are they given to anyone with a pulse, but as long as you're still piling yourself deeper into debt, you can always take on more student loans. So there is nothing about ROI. There's nothing about what you're going to do with that. So if you are 17 or 18 and you sign a student loan, after you get a bachelor's degree loan, then you can get a master's degree loan, and then you can get a PhD loan, and then you can get another one. Student loans are about as accessible as humanly possible, which is part of the problem. And then he said more students than not require more than 4 years to earn a 4-year degree. Yeah. And that's because colleges want to keep them there, because the longer these kids are on campus, the more money the colleges can take from them and keep in their accounts so that they can grow tax-free wealth in their endowments, because they're functionally hedge funds.
I will say that was in criticism to the colleges, because he does say, and colleges and universities themselves are far from perfect at their job.
Yeah. He just thinks it's a bug, not a feature. Like, it's on purpose.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
He thinks it's an accident. I'm like, no, that's
exactly
a purpose.
Right. That's the perfect way to say that. He's just saying, well, they could be better at their job. And then everybody in the admin department, everybody in the marketing and sales department are just laughing, because they're just like, man, he thinks we do it on accident. He thinks we're bad at our job because they take 5.5 years
to graduate. Yeah. Oh, like that's not, and completely on purpose.
Yeah.
And also, just to put this out here, 7.7% of all jobs legally require college degrees. That's it. The rest of those jobs are open to your child. They don't have to go through any of this. And the last thing he says is that these challenges shouldn't persuade us to ignore or downplay the advantages of going to college. Alternatives have a place. You mean the current pathway for most people has a place, but emphasis on getting a 4-year degree and extending that possibility to as many students as possible should remain. Note it shouldn't. And we're going to tell you how to help your child avoid the propaganda that this individual is writing. So a few different things. Help them be objective about what they need from their future. And then after you do that, help them figure out what jobs will get them what they need. Remember to use the legal requirement breakdown really heavily here. So don't have them eliminate jobs just because they think those jobs require a college degree while they're thinking about this. And then figure out what educational products they actually need to purchase to get those jobs. This is so key.